because I want people to sort of, make them to come to see this event, if that makes sense. But however, guys, thank you so much, both of you, to be partaking in this event. I know that we have done this since 2020. I know Michelle has been part of it, right? Since 2020, I think, at the beginning, and co-host,
Right.
the co-host, wonderful co-host here, Pallavi, you've been with us since I think like the second event or something like that. It's been really wonderful. Um, there is a past events if you want to learn more about what we have covered, topics wise, diverse topic, but we keep it in sustainability. And today's topic, I just want to focus more on leadership. As you already know, that I know that we have really a pro here, both of you, Joseph. That I am looking forward to hearing some of these things from you. Exactly right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I picked this topic. I think it's pioneering leadership, as you can see. Let me just to be exact here. The topic is pioneering future leadership. And I think that we have given you guys also some of the options. And Michelle, you'll be covering what this today?
Community. And
Community.
yeah,
Perfect.
yeah,
Okay.
we stand stronger together.
Right.
Wow.
Okay. So
Good.
exactly. So I think we're gonna go with. Let me just go ahead and welcome you both. I know it's been, what is it, nearly 50 months now since the inception of this global roundtable. So I think we're very, it's like pride and joy for this sort of global roundtable. We've, invited a lot of business leaders and just industry experts around the world, and covering the three regions that we always talk about: the Americas, Europe, and Asia. Um, I think one of the biggest challenges right now that we're having is the time. So I think I spoke of this with Pallavi a while ago, that we need to do the section, sectionalize, where the Asia is the Asia, and then another event it will be just Europe, and then another event is going to be just Americas, if that's okay. Because a lot of times, exactly, a lot of times we put all the three regions together. Australia cannot make it. South Africa, Dr. Jerry said, can't make it today, so that's fine. We're gonna do it next time accordingly to the region time. But guys, I want to go ahead and then, is it okay, Alavi, for Joseph to go ahead? Okay, to go ahead and present his presentation on leadership, or do we have anything that we need to talk about right now? I mean, we have a slide that we made.
Nikki,
Yes.
Nikki, I would like to introduce you before we go
Oh,
ahead with the,
okay.
yeah. So I would like to really welcome Michelle and Joe as well. And after that, like I just want to uh, say like Nikki, our wonderful, wonderful and very, very kind friend. She is a global transformation leadership corporate consultant, and she is a creator leadership and SA 365-degree chapter president, IAWO, International Association of Women, and CERD, Community Emergency Response Team, published author. She also create like she has like her book. I hope we all should read her book, the wonderful book she wrote. Yeah. So Nikki, like really, really, she is concerned about the sustainability, and she is doing like lots of things beyond the boundaries to help us be more sustainable and spreading the word of sustainability. So Nikki, thank you very much for everything what you're doing. Thank you very much.
You're quite welcome. I think it's a must. This whole thing, Pallavi, thank you for the introduction. This whole thing, you guys, came out and was born out of pandemic. And I think that, I saw that a lot of us were on LinkedIn platform. And then I think that let's think about this. Let's continue the conversation. Let's begin the conversation, continue the conversation on the 13 Global Roundtable that we had.
Yeah.
How to connect with each other around the world, right? And try to find that sustainability, solutions for sustainability future. And I think leadership today is a focus that I want to hear from both of you and the community as well. How we can sort of is part of the ecosystem overall, right? To the success of leadership. So let's go ahead, Pallavi, if it's okay. I did make 2 slides for them for the profile. I'm sorry, the speaker's profile. If you want to pull it up on
Yeah.
the speaker.
Yes, Nikki, can you
Or,
tell me the
yes.
number? Can you tell me the number? Which number
Oh
you
yeah,
see?
it's on speakers right now. This is our first time using this, by the way. Using this. This is like a new. Okay, there you
Learning
go.
something new, it's good.
Oh God, this
It
is like the
helps make it
first time.
happen. That's wonderful.
Yeah, this is like a beta thing,
Yeah,
for
it's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
liking it, by the way. And I was telling Pallavi, this is what we're gonna do because it's all there already. Okay, go ahead and pull for Joseph. I made one for him, and also Michelle.
yeah, Nikki. Uh,
Go ahead, all the way.
yeah,
Is it slow?
that is fine. I'm just,
I hope it's the correct information, Joseph, because I pull it out from your LinkedIn profile.
I'm sure it's going to be great.
Yeah, I didn't see it on your.
No problem.
Yeah, I didn't see it in your submissions form. I was trying to find it, so but I just.
There's Michelle.
Michelle.
Good to see you, my
Yes.
friend.
Oh, right.
so Joseph, welcome to the Global Roundtable, and thank you very much for coming here. And Joseph is a Captain U.S. Navy, retired, and definitely we are very, very, very happy to have someone from Navy. I really have a lots of respect for Navy. And like your founder and CEO, the Alkais Leadership Group LLC, USA, and based really right now in Florida, right?
Yes.
So, yes, Joseph, we will be glad to hear from you, your inputs and your insights. Thank you very much for being here.
Well, thank you so much, Flavi, for that kind introduction. And thank you, Nikki, for your very kind and gracious invitation to be here today. Fantastic to meet both of you, even virtually. And Michelle, I know it's been a long time since the last time we've seen each other in a seminar, in a webinar. But I appreciate all of you, what you're doing. And I thank you very much for your gracious and wonderful support on the LinkedIn platform. I think that it is fair to say that we all share a very common thread and a common bind when it comes to leadership and what great leadership is, what it's not, and for the purpose of what we're talking about today, relevant to sustainability. I believe it was on a previous slide that you showed, Nikki, that one can't hope to achieve sustainability in a team, an organization, an enterprise, a country. One can't hope to achieve that level of achievement or accomplishment without first having a foundation in resilience. And you can't do that for a team without having it for yourself first. So what I want to talk a little bit about today is how great leaders approach that challenge and some opportunities that all of us can think about with respect to improving upon that as we move forward together with our teams. So I believe that resilience is all about grit, and it's about a spirit and an attitude and a mindset of developing new leaders to have that same grit. So what does grit mean to me? It's one of my personal core values. It's one of our core values for our company. It's how we live our lives, and it's how we lead and develop others. And to me, it very simply means when you have a bold vision, you have a well understood goal, and the team is moving forward together, don't quit. Now, there are times when we have to pivot. There are times when we have to change our direction, but we never lose sight of the goal. I like to say we might change our course on the path from time to time, but we don't leave the highway. We keep moving forward. And that's what grit is about. Now, we have to have that individually as leaders, and that helps build resilience and that mindset and that mental toughness, because it's not a matter of if we are going to face a challenge or a problem or adversity in life, in business. It's not a matter of if. It's a matter of when. What's the nature of that challenge? What's the nature of that crisis? What's the complexity of that adversity? And how are we going to not only rally ourselves, but inspire our teams to move beyond that, succeed in the here and now, but then have the resilience each time to get up and move forward together. And that's the other element, which is, as an individual, great leaders build resilience on their teams, not only by having this don't quit attitude and this don't quit mindset, but by inspiring others to have the same. Reaching out to your teammate. How are you doing today? How are things? What's happening? How can I help? And making sure that they don't quit either. Because resilience is a team sport. It's not about the individual. It's about their mutual respect, the empowerment, the teamwork, and the trust that is built across multiple teams, especially in a diverse organization or enterprise. We're not just talking about one team. It could be a team of 2, it could be a team of 20,000. It doesn't matter. What matters is the individual builds the grit and resilience for themselves and then has the empathy to be able to reach out and bring their teammate in and make sure their teammate's doing well too. That to me is the foundation that builds resilience. That's how you get to sustainability in this case, or any other massive transformational goal that an organization or a team has. Right? There's an old phrase, and I'll conclude with this, and I'll turn it over to you all for any questions or thoughts. There's an old phrase that great leaders learn to be followers first. Mm-hmm. They then learn to lead themselves, which means a lot of self-discipline, a lot of grit, a lot of tenacity. And then they earn the privilege to be able to lead others. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen like flipping a light switch. And that age-old question, is leadership learned or is it inherited? And the answer is yes, it's both. There are elements, certainly, that are inherited in our DNA that form and shape our core values from a very young age. But it is learned, it's practiced, and it's honed, and it's improved over time. So thank you all very much for the opportunity to share a few thoughts with you on resilience and how great leaders build resilience, especially toward a bold goal like sustainability. And I'll turn it back over to you for any thoughts and comments. Thank you again.
That was really great. Let's round of applause for everybody here, for Joseph here. That's really, really a nail it right there. I want to go back really quickly here, and I'm going to hand over the microphone to Michelle. I think when you spoke about you got to be a follower first, I think that really, really, I want to echo it, really hit hard. And especially when someone wants to become a leader, right, starting up, because I've done it in my self-experience here, my self-journey here, in the community out there, as I formed my idea. One thing that was advice to me from a couple of, one is from Chamber of Commerce, Nancy, if I recall her name, and then another gentleman. No one, I just started my idea, right, the first year. No one's going to know you, not unless you go out there and put yourself out there first and learn the how-to, basically. Learn the how-tos and, engage and, be surrounded by other community leaders in your community and learn how they did it. The bigger corporation, the bigger that had done it in the last, decades and century, basically. So I went to Habitat for Humanity. I collaborate with them, I partner with them, right? And Red Cross, and then many other local agencies here. FEMA, the federal level, right? Just to name a few. So collaborate with them, with the people individually, with the leaders, right? And then I can earn the respect and the credibility as I form my team as well. Together we all learn. I think that spoke a lot of that really, really core to the core, basically what you just shared with us, Joseph. So I just want to say that. I just want to echo it. And there are a lot of few key takeaways that I was thinking about sharing, but I want to give the microphone to Michelle for right now, because I think I don't want to lose that momentum that you were just speaking about and sharing with the community that Michelle is about to share. Go right ahead, Michelle.
So, Michelle, I would like to introduce you. Like Michelle is a founder mental health coach, and she is based at Denmark, and she is with us from many years. And thank you very much for attending and contributing so much to the Sustainability Roundtable conference. Thank you very much, and we would like to hear insights from you. You are always lively. I love all colors you wear. Like today, you're wearing white, and you wear all the vibrant colors like red, yellow, and I see always. And you are in a beautiful city, which I would like to come one day. So we will meet also.
Yes, of course, of course. And I do actually have a little bit pink in here, so still colors. Yes.
Yeah. So Michelle, Mike is over to you. Yeah.
And thank you so much. And I also, of course, want to say thank you for being here. And it has been a long time. And also missing my wonderful conversations with Nikki. Always a blast. and laughing so we cry and so
Laughing.
and actually and thank you, Joseph. I resonate with everything that you write and you say, because we are in a way, I think, kindred spirits in this world also. So really always love what you say. I want to invite you back in time to 2016, where I was studying to be a social worker. And I went abroad, actually, to the Netherlands in a project where all of Europe came together with different teachers to actually talk about how everyone was doing things, and actually recognizing the good things that we came with to the table. See, we were actually bringing down the borders at that time already, and looking to other ways to actually help people. That for me is also sustainability. It is something that we have to nurture. It's about looking out to different cultures and how we do things. Now, keeping in mind that when COVID hit, we had to do something different. And now this wonderful round table conversation actually, as you said, Nikki, came out of COVID. And I think it's an okay time to actually recognize that a lot of good things came out of that diversity, because leadership and what comes out of diversity is leadership, and is where we thrive. Oh, I lost my way, because I wanted to say something about I actually wanted to say something about all the different times when we went on, all the people and all the loving words, and it just popped into my head, remembering Arlene and Muhammad and everything.
Yeah.
That community of people, that love, and what came out of that. So the borders were not non-existent. And in that aspect, community and togetherness and learning from each other was something that exploded the knowledge around the world. And actually also for me, I have studied, if you can say studied, being a leader for a lot of years. And when Joseph said that it's both learning and being born with being a leader, I resonate a lot with that, because you can't be either or. You can be born with the opportunity of being a leader and never ever going that way, and then you're not a leader. I think you have to combine, I know you have to combine the two, because it's a constant learning about how you can be the best version of yourself. And in a community, the most important thing about that is that you look to others, and see how other people are doing, nurturing those relationships, coming together in groups. And actually, it was already said, but asking, how are you doing? We can do so much for ourselves, but we can do everything if we stand together. So sustainability for me is actually, and was actually, also learning how to stand together, because I was brought up by learning to fight for myself and standing alone. I do think that being a leader also is being okay with standing alone, because there are some tough decisions that you have to make. And I love, Joseph, the word grit. It goes hand in hand with contrast and doing it anyway, because we don't get anywhere without us feeling scared, but doing it anyway. I think so. So standing together is also showing your vulnerability, showing that we can together be stronger in a group, but not because we're strong all the time, actually because we are vulnerable sometimes and we need each other to stand stronger. It's an inside job. Bringing down the borders, cultivating community, standing together in sustainability is actually also looking at ourselves, what we bring to the table. We need to find out and look at how other people are doing, and then reflecting ourselves where we fit in the best. Now, coming to the end, and of course giving the word over to you all, and I do think that we certainly go the distance with working together, but we won't go anywhere if we don't have the mirror and actually do the inside job and work at ourselves. That's the hardest part of leadership. That's self-leadership. It's where we start, it's where we end, and this is why we actually can get people together, is because we dare to look at the demons inside. So that was the words today. Now, Nikki, you know I can go on for hours, but
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
It's so true. It's resonating with me.
Yeah. So yeah, that is the bigger picture. That we are here to lift each other, but we won't lift anyone if we don't lift ourselves first.
I'm into that. That's very true. Always starts with us, with ourselves, right? Just everything else, and lead by example in ethics, basically. And I think that that's what I'm hearing very, very loud and clear from you, Michelle. The community is certainly essential, very critical, especially nowadays, where everything's just chaotic and everything's changing so rapidly, so fast. I think we must hold hands and we must collaborate with other people, but then we must also make sure that our engines are working. All of the parts that we have are also in full function. If not, then it's just a continuous improvement, which is Kaizen, by the way. Every day that we have, that's part of the growth, that's part of the process, that as leaders that we have to do that. And that's comes with the territory, by the way. So having said that, I really appreciate it. We appreciate it. Thank you. And then
Michelle, it was really, really very nice. Like, because as you said, like the last line, like actually, if we do not love ourselves, we cannot love others, right? So you are absolutely correct in how you like connected the community with the leadership is also like so nicely connected. Like, because really we all are in a one ecosystem. We always help each other. Without this ecosystem, like we cannot even like walk or run, right? So like, yeah, everything is all about community. Individually, yeah, we cannot do. So definitely enjoy.
I want to jump in really quickly because I want to also respect Joseph time that he has to leave and everything. There are some call to actions that I always include in everything that we do, as you already know that if you've been here before in our events. The call to action as a pioneer, pioneering leadership for this topic is investing programs, investing yourself, also your team members, right? In leadership training programs. I think that's a must. There's tons of resources out there, right? But this organization, your organization must commit resources to comprehensive leadership development programs. If it's we can also create our own programs within, based on the culture, based on things like that. I don't know if you want to jump in and have a feedback on that, Joseph.
Yes, Nikki, thank you so much. Very briefly, because unfortunately I do have to jump, but before I do, I want to say, Michelle, thank you so much. As you commented earlier, so much of what you do and say as a thought leader and an entrepreneur and a leader in this space, we align with our team so well. And I just want to thank you very much, because you said it so profoundly and so eloquently. And I just look forward to continuing learning from you. So thank you very much for that. Yeah, and Nikki, back to your point, I think it's fair to say, and I don't have studies to support this right now, but I think it's fair to say that most organizations, teams, companies, enterprises do not invest enough in leadership training.
Right.
What I refer to as a leadership training or a leadership educational continuum. Right. Some of the best lessons that I ever learned, of course, through experience, but when I had the opportunity to take a pause from operations, to take a pause from what I was doing relevant to the mission and the vision of the organization, and become a student again, and let go of some of what was happening day to day, and become a student again and immerse in the opportunity to become a better leader. I found two things. Number one, it's not a one and done kind of thing. It has to be a continuum. And as we grow and evolve as leaders, at whatever level, there has to be a path, and there has to be a mechanism to do that affords us that opportunity. The second thing that I learned is, and this may seem a little counterintuitive, but I believe it to be true, that when we learn something new, to make us successful at the next level as a leader, we have to let go. We have to let go of some past practices. They may have even been successful practices. The phrase that comes to mind is, what made you successful 5 years ago will not make you successful tomorrow. And that happens for individual leaders, that happens for teams, that happens for organizations. And it's not letting go of something that didn't work. It's letting go of something that did work to make room for what's going to make you successful, what's going to make your team successful at the next level. So I thank you for the opportunity, and I do have to run, but I just want to say again, thanks so much for the opportunity, the privilege of speaking with you and learning from all of you today. And I look forward to reconnecting with all of you very soon. So thanks so much.
Thank
Oh,
you
you're
very
quite
much.
welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for having. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your time. And thank you for your insights, and thank you for your just expertise, Joseph. And we do look forward to having you back again on the panel when we have a full panel, that is, because we do have a lot of questions, a lot of great slides and everything like that, and to have it a global, just like a round table, so to speak. Thank you so much.
100%. I look forward to doing that. So again, thank you all. Have a wonderful rest of the day. A fantastic start to the week. Many reasons why Monday is my new favorite day of the week.
That's right. Ours. Thank you.
Take care, everyone. Bye now.
You too. Bye now.
Bye.
Okay. All right. So I want to piggyback real quick on what both Joseph and Michelle. Is Michelle still here? I can't see.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, yes. Okay. All right. Some of the call to actions, I just want to finish a couple more, is revising the organizational structures. And going back, let me back up a little bit here. The leadership training programs, it is very important. And I was a little bit surprised when Joseph, sort of suggested that a lot of companies don't, because I thought that I was crazy. It's like, nobody does this. Not very many companies do send the leadership training programs, I think there is a lot of opportunities for this sort of conversation, obviously, to move forward and to jump in, to be part of that, and for the sustain of leadership, basically in this aspect, right? Revising organizational procedure. I think structures, not procedures, structures. What I mean by that is adjusting frameworks to be more responsive, because with all of these things that we had experience, we, a lot of the companies, a lot of the organizations, and say, oh no, what now? Freeze frame, right? And what do we do? It's, we don't know what to do. So I think we need to be more prepared, not just for ourselves, but also our organization, our businesses. I think as a leader, you need to take that baton to start if it hasn't started or it began. I think this is also, sort of like flattening. I'll call it flattening the hierarchies where possible, to enhance speed, more faster decision making, and innovation. Like I said, I think this has been a stumbling block, like a setback to a lot of organizations, because they don't know what they don't know. We had experiences some setbacks, and I think from the pandemic ourselves, we heard that from a lot of people from different regions around the world. We heard it from Netherlands, if you recall. We heard from Canada, the gentleman who spoke about the challenges during the pandemic, the COVID, right? And we heard from Michigan as well. I think a lot of this have to be, as leaders, have to be adaptive. I think that's what I'm the word that I want to bold.
Adaptable.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
Right.
Adaptive.
Right, adaptive. And promoting sustainable practices, basically, as well. I'm just researching this. And all right, if any of you have any questions or anything like that, or have any insights, and jump in, just interrupt me or things like that. Um,
I actually wanted to piggyback a little bit about on what Joseph said about and what you are saying, Nikki, about the leadership training, because hooking it up on my speech is the self leadership training too. Now
mhm.
a lot of courses is learn 5 steps to call your next customer, or to manage your bank book, or manage your life. And of course there are also courses to manage your inside and self-help and everything. It's important that the self leadership also is teach to workers, to leaders, the managing of the core, because how we vibrate. Now I'm a big believer and lover of Joe Dispenza and his teachings about how we resonate and vibrate and our thoughts. So when we work on our inside leader, um, we actually vibrate and it reflects out to other people. And this is actually how we change the world, is by resonating ourselves and being self sustainable.
There's a whole lot of conversation there. I think I really resonate that 100%. Remember, we talked about the emotional intelligence as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, we had that gentleman from, God, I can't remember. Was it from Belgium? He was a clinic psych. Mike. Oh, I'm so sorry. I apologize, but I don't remember
I
his
think
full
his
name.
name was Michael.
Not Barbara, but not Barbara. The other Michael from, I believe he was from Belgium. He
Yeah,
talked about that, right? The emotional intelligence, and I think you also mentioned that from our last couple events ago, Michelle.
yeah,
It is part of the process as well.
it is.
I think
It
we're
is.
all humans, right?
Yeah,
It is connecting, right? It's a
yeah,
connection.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I really like that. Any insights from you, Halavi?
No,
Me?
it's no, yeah. So Michelle is saying correctly. Like, yeah, leadership is a very important thing, and for that, like every company should invest, and as an individual also we should invest in the learning of leadership skills. And so I really go with that thought, because I love one thing as a leader. Like, if you decide something you are doing as a team, but at the end you should have that ownership. Like, yes, if something goes wrong, this is because of the leader, because of the me, if I am
Yep.
as a leader. So we should not be like being upon anyone else, like, okay, it happens wrong because that was the reason or this was the reason. So being a leader, it is your responsibility. So taking any of the goal and
Mhm.
fulfilling the goal successfully. So that is why the leadership role is very important, because you are owning the decision and the big task, and his results are in your hand. So
Mm.
that is why leadership training is the most important thing if you are talking about any task and success of that task. So yeah, so if we
Very
connect,
true.
yeah, so if we connect it with sustainability, we should have like a really uh, good in our globally good sustainability leaders, how we can have it, like how we can give more training on sustainability, making more leaders on sustainability in different areas. Like if I am into education industry, if you are in medical industry or health industry, how every industry leaders are connected with the sustainability, giving them that training as a sustainability leaders will be very important part. And Nikki, you are doing a good step towards that, but I really feel like there should be more going on in
Yeah.
the world in that direction. That
Hmm.
is my hoping.
Yeah, I can't agree more on that, Pallavi, because it's I think we should continue every time when we do these things. we did this roundtable, I always get the feedback afterwards and say, we need to continue this, Nikki. We need to continue. If you read all of the feedback that I posted on the website, it's always going to talk about that. We need this. We need this. Let's continue this. I know that when I did some research, and it's on the two videos that it's only a minute video each, by the way, so we can just watch that. There's really small companies just deploying the sustainability, not so much per se leadership. This has been born out of the pandemic, by the way, right? There are only like a handful of leadership, a big top 4, top 5 that I can think of right now on this providing this leadership training programs. The Harvard, the AMA, Dale Carnegie, Yale, of course. These are the old traditions, right? I can't think of it right now on top of my head, but I've done some research on this, and then I just want to say, this is like a need more than anything. Want to touch on what you said earlier, Pallavi, resilience audits, and also Michelle, you mentioned it a little bit of that. We need to regularly evaluate and update the resilience strategies, to mitigate the risk, right? Not just for ourselves. I think it's a reflection of the leadership, right? As a leader, but also just an overall, direction to the sustainable future. I think that's what we're talking about. That's associated with the environmental, with your technological, of course, disruptions, as we're already experiencing right now, right? The AI, that's a big whole conversation, by the way. I'd love to talk about the AI, by the way. The economic, what's going on around the world, the finance, environmental is a huge topic, and it's on Earth Day right now we talk about. I wish we can cover more on the environmental, because we have a lot to talk about on that. And also, I want to just go ahead and move forward with this: foster a collaboration, a culture of collaboration. I think all of us agree, from what I'm hearing so far on this forum today, that we need to collaborate more than anything. The community is so important. We can't do it alone. But if you want to move forward with everybody, we gotta have to stick with them as well. Don't quit, like Joseph earlier said. Whatever we do, just don't ever quit. Just move forward. We need to continue encouraging that collaboration, culture of collaboration among the community, most importantly, right? Because those are the people, really, the community leaders are the ones who actually boots on the ground, actually doing the work. And I know this for a fact, because I have a nonprofit. We do these things, volunteering our time, basically, and we're so committed to our goals, our causes, and everything. And I think those are the important people, individuals, experts who had the training to do this on the ground for the community, for the people, and for themselves, because they received the training themselves as well, right? And also, I mentioned this earlier, lead by examples in ethics. We gotta have to lead by example. So we gotta be the follower before we become leader. And we want others to become leaders. Leaders create leaders. Leaders don't create followers. Leaders create leaders, right? I think we all agree on that, on that respect. So I think I want to cover that. And then if you guys have any feedback or anything what I just covered, what I just shared, let me know, and we can jump into have the key takeaways on the video, because we should be watching it at the beginning instead. I want to respect time for Joseph a while ago. But go ahead, Pallavi, on the video 1, video 2. It's only 1 minute. Very insightful, by the way. I put this together.
Sure. Yeah, I'll be
Video
going
1,
there.
video 2. Michelle, thank you so much, by the way, on your insight on the community. That's really resonating.
Oh, thank you.
Really on point on this one, guys. I hope that was resonating. What do you think? Yeah, put that together. It's like, okay, I want just a glimpse of things, you know? Yeah, I know. I wish
Love it.
our other, yeah, thank you. Our fellow business leaders also showed up today, you know, to watch that, especially the ones in Asia and Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
Charlie and I think Bahrain, KB Bahrain, Malaysia, and a professor in Japan, Kobu. But yeah, I wanted you guys to see that
Mm,
it is part of the ecosystem overall. What you have presented, and also Joseph, there's so much to talk about still.
mm.
That's why we want to continue doing this again and again. But go ahead and hit video number 2,
Yeah.
please, Pallavi. Thank you. Yeah, I love it too myself. This is sustainability updates for the 3 regions. Only 50,000. Still a small number. All right. What do you guys think?
It's nice. Really good. Really good. I love the colors and the pictures and going from step to step. Really love that.
Yeah, it was like good progression. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just want to make it really quick and, high value, obviously, and then something to quickly to understand, from the perspective of individual and also for business, because that's what we need to cover for us, like you said, right? Us first, and then the business organization. And I really appreciate it if you guys really liked it, because I thought, okay, I have the longer version, but
Yeah.
but anyhow, yeah, I mean, this is something that we need to continue. What are your thoughts so far, Michelle?
My thoughts? Oh, about sustainability or the videos?
Just everything so far with this.
Everything. We don't have that much time. My thoughts is of course, now when you asked me to speak and there were all these different topics going through, I resonated mostly with the leadership and community, you know that. And this is also what have resonated with me all through life and still is. And uh, I loved what Joseph said about stopping doing things even though they're working out, and stopping them to actually evolve and going forward. I'm actually at a time in myself in my life where I do a lot of good things. I know a lot of things. I actually think I know too much. So it gets in the way of actually going forward, because, oh, I love this. I love doing this, but it's in the way of process. Um, So that is my key takeaway from today, is actually really, oh yeah, that's true. Stop doing some things to make room for the flowers to bloom and for the new knowledge to actually come ahead, and being okay with that. I think for a lot of time we hold on to the old stuff because we know what we have, we don't know what we're going to get. um so and I think that is sustainability, that is evolving. The earth is constantly breaking down and going up. So we need to learn from our mother earth about how we actually do leadership and community, because the earth is making forest fires, the earth is making the floods, and the earth is afterwards making everything bloom and new and green and wonderful and living. So I think that in that aspect we have to learn from the earth. Now it's Earth Day, so that is the learning from all of this. That is the sustainability. We have to be like the earth and evolve, break
Right.
down and evolve. Yeah.
It's
Michelle,
very true. And
yeah.
here's a kicker on that statement that you just shared, that you know how all of us, many of us used to say, save the planet, save the planet. I ponder and pause and sit back. And I'm like, save the planet. Because I think I watched too many documentary of Our Planet, okay? I watch it like 50 times. David Attenborough, I think his name. I can probably lip sync throughout throughout the documentary because I love them so much. This documentary. That's the only thing that I watch on that TV thing, cable. But what I was saying is that save the planet. Mother Nature. I mean, the planet has been here before us. I mean, how many? Okay, since the beginning, what, 10,000s maybe only years or something like that. The humanity. I mean, human existence. I mean, just so it's little, right? But the Earth has been there for billions of years, right? So whether or not that we're here or not here, I think it can say by itself, Mother Nature.
Yeah.
It's us who need to be concerned about to save ourselves. Serious about that. And I wish I can bolt what I just said. And I made a video about that. It's on my YouTube. And I said, you know, nature, humanity, planet Earth. I mean, it takes only one asteroid to hit the planet Earth, right? Oh, please no, don't say that, Nikki. Okay. But I'm just saying, we all, who are we kidding? We're saying, oh, save the planet, save the planet doesn't need us. Planet will be just fine. If you look at some of the evidences, you go watch these documentaries, right? You watch the space that has been nuked. Okay, it's been abandoned for decades, for centuries, and then it grows trees now. It has animals. It has lives. It began exists again. It's us who fumigate or who polluted, the rest, damage the planet. So
You're
shame
right.
on us, right?
Yeah, absolutely right, Nikki and Michelle. Michelle said, like, I really love the word you said, like, uh, we origin from the earth, right? We are like, we are nothing in front of earth. Like, it is a big word, it's with nature, and like, that is superpower. So, we are origined from there, and like we have all the learnings from the nature only. Yeah, so just look at the nature, like the nature is huge, we are very tiny in front of nature. If we will think in that way, then I think everything is going to be good. But when we feel like we are superpower, then things becomes like reverse. But if we think like nature is superpower, we are just origin from there, we are the smallest part of it, we are nothing in front of nature, then things become in really in a different direction. Our thought process and everything will go in different direction. So yeah, everyone should be having that feeling. And everyone gives lots of importance to individual rather than giving importance to the nature.
Mhm.
that I
Well,
feel.
we all get it in this forum. It's just educating others around us. I think that's our responsibilities as leaders, right? As you know, we've been doing this
Yeah.
in this pandemic. It was born out of pandemic, and we agree. Our goal is to connect other business leaders also, and say around the world, and say, hey, how can we come up with these challenges? How can we come up with some solutions, sustainability solutions? Because that is the future, right?
Yeah.
Everybody talks about it now,
Mm.
sustainability, as if like some trend word or something. It actually, I said it over and over again, is us. Sustainability, it starts with
Yeah.
us,
Yes.
ourselves.
It's
Yeah.
really start with us, and we are here, and we should take responsibility as much as we can spread it. And like everyone, like whatever we can do, we should do to spread it. Like how sustainability is important, how nature is important. Yeah.
Mm.
Right. Michelle, did you want to say anything else?
Every time you ask me, I always have something to say.
Yeah.
So
Of
yeah, but
course.
it's about humility, and actually it came into my head just now having this conversation. There are actually now there is a lot of power people and not a lot of power countries, but um, I actually don't think there are any bad people in the world. There are a lot of scared people. Wars are fighted because people are scared of losing territory or losing their lives, or someone going to take my life or my family away from me. It's not because they're bad people. And forests are not cut down because it's bad people. It's people that are scared of either losing their job or losing money, and so on and so on. So it's again coming back to how we, as you said there, there Nikki, as you said, it's about how we show up as leaders, how we actually uh, teach, maybe. Now if a person comes to me and says to me without me asking, now I'm going to teach you about doing such and such, I will look at the person and I will say, go to hell. So yeah, because that's human nature. We don't want to be taught anything that we didn't ask for. So
Right.
yeah, and then I'm like that too. I go,
Right.
what? No. you know so we it's about showing up, it's about doing this, it's about leading by example, and it's really about being um humble, and actually also showing that we do have faults, and it's okay to be scared. Now that's my buzzword these days because I'm doing a lot of new things and I'm scared out of my wits, but I'm in the right direction. That is why I'm scared,
But
because
let me
yeah,
jump in really quickly, interject you though. I think I heard a motivation speech. I was it Les Brown? I don't remember. I
possible.
think it was Tony
Yeah.
Robbins or somebody.
Mm.
If you're scared, that's good.
Yeah,
You do want to be in that position, because
exactly.
if you're not scared, there's no growth.
Yeah,
You want to be
exactly. Yeah,
uncomfortable, basically.
yeah, yeah.
Scared. What was that?
Getting used to
It's
being uncomfortable. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Get out of the comfort zone. Yeah. Uh-huh.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think there's a lot to talk about, you guys, ladies, talk about all of these things, right? And there's a lot of opportunities, obviously. Um, I have created the Leadership 365 for this, basically. It's still in the brewing. And I really want everybody who has spoken at this forum to be part of that platform. It's a matter of just keep going forward, basically.
Yeah.
The scope work of the whole goal of that Leadership 365, it's very clear. Um, you know, it can tie in and resonate with this sustainability, basically. That's why I kind of like, take a little bit of the leadership a couple times, and I want to test the water. And it's really huge. It's a huge topic to talk about in the sustainability platform. And then it's connected with the Leadership 365. I think there's a lot of opportunities, especially for the training, program. We all have the experiences, especially when we speak about this. Just looking at the everybody's background, basically, right? Career background. It's all connected. Um, and I cannot wait to do more and more. And I think we talk about this as well, that the content, the material should be also shared in a format where everybody can see, not just a video format, but also the content that we talk about, what we spoke about. I think that's really, really rich content. Especially the ones that hasn't, come and participated, missed out, right? And you're like shaking your head. You're like, no, it's a lot of work. That's why it's like when you mentioned a while ago, Pallavi, is like, yeah, there's a lot of direction that I can't do it alone. That's why I need you guys to be part of
Yes.
this growing platform.
And also, Nikki, I want you to tell about your next plans. Like you were having some earthquake thing, like if you want to announce here, or the next roundtable, you want to announce anything about that?
Yes.
So tell us.
Yeah, great question, because I do want where is that? Okay, we did the call to action. Oh, my final thoughts. Hang on a minute. Where did it go? Slides. Um, Traditionally, basically, answering your question, Alavi, is that we call out everybody, basically, right, from the three regions. And I said earlier, I think a great challenge comes to play all the time is the time. It's the time for everybody to show up at the same time, especially from like Australia, from Southeast Asia, in Denmark, right? So I think the next one that we need to do is cutting it into three different events. What do you think?
I think it's a good idea if there's enough people on each event.
Yes.
Maybe you should ask people at what free dates, and ask the people, all of us, who can be on those dates, and maybe we all can be on one of them together, anyway, because if it's only there's been a good energy today, don't get me wrong, I love this, I really love Joseph, and I'm so happy I was here with him and you guys,
Yeah, me
because
too.
I really just resonate with him a lot. But I also know how it was the other times, that the
There were
dynamic.
so many people, so many speakers.
Exactly. But sometimes it was too much, and we went
Yeah,
far
we went.
beyond the time.
We were out of time. Overtime.
Yes. So it's managing that. So yes, I think it's a good idea breaking it up so people can be on, just that it's not that few, so it loses the dynamic of being on.
Yes.
Maybe 3 or 4 people, on would be,
Each.
yeah.
Yeah.
Each,
So
so-
here's what we talked about before. Great points, by the way, Michelle. Here's what we talked about before, and it hasn't been implemented yet. And it's just me slacking off. I know, I'm at fault. Oops. My computer.
It's there now.
Yeah, it's exactly right, Nikki Ling. That we need to have one leader from each region, and then he and she will be the leader for that whole region. And then, the spokesperson, or we're gonna name that, and then have that as a leader position in the on the platform, basically. So let's just, for example, okay, Michelle, you'll be the it person for European region. We talked about that before, I think.
Yeah. I think we've had a lot of ideas, and I think it's a good idea.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And the
I
Americas will be covering Canada, Mexico, North America, basically, right? And South America, Central America, the Americas, North, South, and Central. And then the Asia, I think I can pinpoint somebody there already. But the Americas, maybe we need two people or just one. What do you guys think? This is something that we need to do ASAP.
So Nikki, I also like Michelle's idea, like sending everyone the dates, and if we get one common date, because sometimes I feel if we have like Asia, Europe, US together, then we get a very good connection, because
Yes.
sustainability is one thing which is like common for everyone, and
Yeah.
most of the topics are common among all the countries,
Mm.
and it is
Yes.
always really always very like very, for me it is like actually good like I feel like it's a very good learning to know like what is happening in Asia in terms of
Yes.
sustainability, what is happening in Europe, so everyone
Australia
comes.
also. Remember, Australia came on.
Yeah, so Australia, so everyone talking to each other, knowledge sharing, it gives a
Hmm.
lots of good experiences. So if we can find one common date where everyone can come, maybe sometimes on Saturdays, if doesn't work any other day, my Saturday works or Friday evening works or Sunday, even Sunday works or any day, but that makes like I feel like if all countries are together, it will be like more experiencing and more knowledge sharing
More
together.
effective also, right? I think I like that a lot, you guys. I know that we're kind of like off the topic right now, but I think this is part of forming a success, moving forward with the sustainability forum. Um, yeah, let's do that. And I appreciate that, Pallavi, because I was thinking of let's have a mini roundtable leaders, and then it's just internal kind of thing, and then we can have like not brainstorm, but just a mini, and then we can have for the public as well. What do you think?
Yeah, and now
Oh,
regarding going over time, it's really, I think maybe that, not maybe, I think that the people coming on should. Uh, are you there, Nikki?
I think she's coming. Yeah.
Nikki.
Yeah. You have work today, Michelle?
Oh, I actually just came. That's because I was a little late. That's why I was a little late. I just came off work, and rushed in front of the camera. So,
Okay.
yeah.
It's
But
it's
hmm?
evening. What time in Denmark?
It's right now. It's 5:47 p.m.
Okay, 5:47.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, but what I don't know if you can hear me. I wanted to say that the people coming on, if there's a time limit, if people are told that you have 2 minutes or 5 minutes to do a speech,
Yes.
there's a back end of it, so they know and they have to prepare for that. It's managing the time really strict, because people don't want to come on, and I know Nikki knows this, but people don't want to come on and then think that it's for an hour and then it goes over and it's 2 hours. People get, their attention span is smaller than a goldfish anyway.
Yeah,
So
so we should go rapid fire, like, yeah, go quicker, more
exactly.
insights with the less timings, correct? Yeah.
Exactly, yeah, and the 3 minute speech or something like 4 minute speech is it's enough. It's enough to combine it. Nikki, what you're doing? Starbucks, you and your Starbucks. What?
my dog,
Your dog? Oh,
Puppuccino. It's
yeah.
creamer, but we call it Puppuccino for the dog.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right, so
Nikki,
you guys,
so
where are we?
yeah, so
It's
Nikki,
just
Michelle is saying something like giving a good suggestion. Can you, yeah, like
yeah.
just
It's just that I about the time and everything. When you write to people, I think it's a good idea that when they choose which topic that they want to talk about, also, writing that it has to be a max of 5 minute speech, or 3 to 5 minute speech, keeping it small and simple, and to the point. And then there can be these conversations between, afterwards, if there's more time. Because for a lot of times when we are on these things, you and I have had also coming on, and the time runs over, and people,
We
they,
have a lot of people to talk. Yeah,
yeah,
speakers.
exactly. So
Panel.
so sending to them and saying you have exactly this amount of minutes, saying that they have 4 minutes, and then that we know that they have 5 minutes, so we have time, managing the time. Then they come with their best in those 4 minutes, and we get, because people, talking and talking and talking, people, they switch off. And actually, studies show that human beings' attention span is actually less than a goldfish by now. We can it is, it's awful. We can look at the phone, and if it's longer than 2 minutes, we go swipe, swipe. So keeping the interest of people listening to what we have to say, it has to be manageable. It has to be short and simple.
Pallavi is a great manager for that. Pallavi
Yes.
has been really great for us. I
Yes.
know that we've had overwhelming speakers, numbers of speakers before, quite a few times basically, and then she will chat, private chat me. It's like, okay, this is enough, more than 5 minutes speaking, right? I think I appreciate that very much, when she manage and safeguard all of those time management. But
Yeah.
ladies,
So Nikki, we will definitely, yeah, as you said, we will be planning next time when we will have more timelines, as Michelle said, and everyone can be known in the advance, like, okay, like 2 minutes, 2 minutes speech, so then we can like easily track it and easily manage it, and we'll go from there. Yeah.
all right, I this is my proposal. I'm thinking about October, on the Great Shakeout, because it's tradition that we do a earthquake preparedness, and I'd like to have sustainability roundtable to talk about, just setbacks and things like this. It's part of the sustainability solutions, right? Um, let's do it in October. However, I do want to squeeze one in, or two maybe, events, just a roundtable. I'm talking about, yeah. What do you guys think about that?
It's great. It's great. I'm not available in September, or the last of September. I'm actually going to Miami.
Oh,
You
you're coming to US.
come to LA. See,
Really?
it's only
Exactly,
a
because
few hours
I'm
away.
yeah, but I'm actually, I have a speaking engagement in Fort
Oh,
Lauderdale.
good.
Yeah. So taking care of
Congratulations.
so thank you so much.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to that, and looking for the tickets to the flight right now these days also, and where we're going to
Good.
live. Yeah.
How
Great.
can
So
I help promote it? How can we
sorry.
help to promote it? How can we help to promote it for you?
I'm going to write, of course, a post and announcing it. I'm announcing it here on Friday. And I would love for you to share, of course, and I
Course.
would love to share it
Absolutely.
in the leadership also. Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm again, I'm doing it scared. Some days I'm yeah, it's going to be great, and other days I'm going, whoa.
Yeah.
Do it. We're all behind you. I'm only a text away, WhatsApp away, okay? You're in
Yeah.
my WhatsApp. So we're only a
Yeah,
WhatsApp, a text away. Just let me
yeah,
know
yeah.
anytime.
Thank you, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
And
Yeah.
definitely, like if you can make it to Boston, definitely come anytime.
Yeah, but yeah, and we're actually having a conversation, my family and I, about if we could, do a round trip. And I don't know. It's my first time to the States, so maybe we're just going to be there that time or something like that. Yeah, there's a lot. The States is very big.
What month? September, you said?
Yeah.
Warm.
September 20,
Warm.
yeah, warm. Yes, warm. It's going to
Very
be
warm.
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 Florida is a good place to
Yes.
go. Yeah.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. So,
Networking, bring a lot of business cards
yes,
and bring a lot of smiles.
always have my smile on.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. All
Okay,
right, so
Nikki. Yeah.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so as you said, like October, so the October we can plan, and then we can talk it like availability of the dates later. So yeah, we can wrap up today, Michelle.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I know that we missed out quite a few earlier this morning. Um, I want to cover some of that, but here's the thing, though. I'm gonna start writing it up and then post it on both Leadership 365 platform and also on the what do you call this, on the iDare, because it's hosted by iDare, right? Um, let's see, what else do we have in the agenda? I'm trying to look at the agenda right now.
Nikki, yeah, it is all set, I think, for today. Yeah. And we are also like around the like time which we decided.
Okay. So anything else? Because I know that I have the real life examples of the leadership, but then, like I said, I mean, I can do all of this on my writing. Okay. Anything else, you guys?
Nope,
We are all set.
not right
Yeah.
now.
Okay, so September, you're not available, and I'm trying to get the October date. I think it's October. Oh man, hold on a minute. Did I send it to you guys? I mean, Pallavi,
What?
did I send you the great shakeout? Hold on a minute. The date for next time,
Not yet.
17th.
Of
We can
October.
take, yeah. That's on a Thursday. We can always, like, talk about this, and then confirm it.
Yeah. We'll talk
Right.
later. Yeah.
All right. So I think I know that I want to cover my final thoughts, but that's okay. Q&A, we don't have enough. I do have a question for you, though, Michelle.
Hmm.
Okay, that's a feedback, you guys. Anybody sees that, go to SurveyMonkey, or there's a QRC. Okay. Okay. Okay, I do have a question for you, because when you do you have any kind of people to go to for the mental health and all of this? I mean, are you still teaching that?
Yeah, mental health.
Yes.
It's all about that. I'm reframing the wording
Yeah,
because everyone is doing
everyone's
mental
using
health.
it.
Yes. So I'm actually helping people change their perspective with 1%, so that they can think like a millionaire.
Who?
So that they can think like a millionaire.
Oh, okay, okay.
But in that is mental health. It is it comes down to how you think about yourself, the balance in yourself,
Mhm.
um, how far you dare to again dare, but how you dare to think you are able. So that's mental health in a nutshell. It's just people, they don't want to work with themselves. People want to be millionaires. People want to have money. They just don't realize, yeah, we do, but they don't realize that you have, it's an inside job, again, an inside job, an inside job. So mental health is where it all starts. So yeah, I help people change their perspective.
Yeah, that's much needed right now. But anyway, yeah, maybe we should kind of elaborate that. Maybe next time on the how are we doing in timing, Pallavi?
We
We're
are
up.
all set. Yeah. We are actually on time now.
Oh,
Issues.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that we will, Michelle, try to cover that more. on the next time.
Yes, definitely. Okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
We will
right.
see you
So
soon. Yeah.
so I don't have anything else to say besides just guys visit. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
I wanna I wanna invite you also to look at the YouTube, and I'll send you the link on the YouTube video. It's still uploading right now. I don't know what's wrong with it. I've been working on it in the last couple of days. Pallavi is a great video, and that it's got Michelle in that too. So yeah, I'll send you the link to the YouTube, and then you all can use that for promoting for the next event, if that's okay.
Love that.
Uh, yeah, and then if you have any kind of what do you call this? Anything that piece of what you're doing, right? That's relevant to this whole forum platform. Please share it with me. I can include that in the next time of on the video, so we can share that and sort of like circulate it on the network, your network, and LinkedIn. What do you all think about LinkedIn, by the way? Event, is that okay? I mean, I didn't live stream there. I mean, should we do that?
Yeah, I think so. LinkedIn is where what I use actually. So
Okay, because I found that there were over 250 something, almost to 60 interested, and then a majority of that, um, I say almost half of that, text
yeah,
me back because I
well,
manually invite them personally,
yeah,
and it's
I do, Nikki, I
tedious.
do have to leave because I do have another meeting coming up in about 15
Okay,
minutes.
yeah, we're about done,
Okay.
and I find that very very tedious. So I think we're doing okay doing this here,
Mm.
and then when we want to share it, we share it. Um,
Yes.
you know, but they have to RSVP somewhere else. All right, anything else, you guys?
All good. Yes.
Okay,
I will too.
Bye bye, Michelle. And
Okay.
bye,
Bye bye.
Nikki.
And
Thank
thank
you
you
very
so
much.
much for today. Really loved seeing you both.
Thank you very much, Michelle,
likewise.
for being
All right,
here.
bye, you
Bye
guys.
bye. Thank you, Michelle. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.